Hello all. Continuing second quiz solutions. 16th question. A set of vectors is dash if the inner product of the every vector in the set with itself is 1. So options are orthogonal, orthonormal, independent, orthogonal and independent. Okay. Uh, what is orthogonal? Two vectors are orthogonal to each other if their inner product with each other is 0. Inner product means a dot product. Okay, dot product with each other is 0, right? Just now we saw in the previous questions, or when it is orthogonal, when two vectors are orthogonal, its dot product is 0. Okay, a set of vectors is orthonormal if the set is orthogonal and the inner product of each vector in the set with itself is 1. See, what he is talking about is orthonormal means the both the sets are orthogonal. Okay, they satisfy orthogonal also, but the one more condition is when we try to find out the inner product of each component with itself, okay, that will be 1. So basically the shorter way of saying is orthonormal is nothing but as it is orthogonal and every vector in the set is a unit vector. Okay, every vector in the set is a unit vector. So answer is, say every vector in the set with itself is a 1. So answer is orthonormal. Okay, in orthogonality we will just say that the orthogonality, the two vectors, the inner product of the two vectors will be equal to 0. Only that condition can be said about the orthogonal vectors. But orthonormal means they are orthogonal and normalized. Normalized means we are converting it to a unit vector. Okay, so they are orthogonal and every vector in the set is a unit vector. Okay, so that is orthonormal. So solution is B. Consider the matrix 3 minus 6 1 minus 2. What is rank and nullity? Okay, rank and nullity, very simple. Just do the operation, row operation. Minus 2, multiply minus 2 to the row 1 and add to the, sorry, plus 2, sorry, add plus 2 to the row 1 and find out the, make elements below the pivot 0. Okay, 3 1 2 into 3 6, 6 minus 6 is 0, minus 2 plus 2 is 0. Okay, so this itself is a pivot element. Okay, and rank is 1. So rank is 1. There is only one unique vector. Okay, and nullity is nothing but as null space. So null space is also 1. So answer is C. Okay. Coming to 18th question. Which of the following are true? Null space and row space are orthogonal. Row space and column space are orthogonal. Left null space and column space are orthogonal. Null space and left null space are orthogonal. These are nothing but as 4 fundamental subspaces. If you remember, these 4 are nothing but as, these 4 can be mapped with themselves. Means row space can be mapped to column space and null space can be mapped to left null space. So the properties of these 4 fundamental subspaces is these 2 are correct answers. Null space and row space are orthogonal. Okay, you will get something like this. This is row and orthogonal is, sorry, this will be 90 degree. Okay, okay, something like this. So this is row space, this is null space, and similarly left null space and the column space. So these are the two spaces which can be mapped with the column space and left null space. So that's how this linear algebra is studied in the column picture and row picture. Okay, so these are the 4 fundamental subspaces. These A, C are correct. Null space and row space are orthogonal. Left null space and column space are orthogonal. Okay, 19th one. The dimension of the column space is, if you remember, to find out the dimension of column spaces, we need to find out the basis of the vectors matrix A. So basis means it is the unique set, the spanning set of the matrix A. So spanning set means it should be unique. See, if you see this 3 6 9, it is the three scalar multiplication of the first column, and 3 2 7 is the addition of these two columns. Okay, so these are the two unique columns which will form the dimension of the column space. So answer is A, 2. Consider matrix A. The null space of A is equal to the null space of A transpose A. Null space of A can be written as AX is equal to 0. Okay, so I can multiply A transpose both sides, right? Since the right hand side is 0. Okay, A transpose into 0 is 0 only. So A transpose into AX. So again I can multiply something like this: X transpose A transpose, then AX is equal to 0. Okay, so this we can write it as AX transpose AX is equal to 0. This can be written as square is equal to 0. Okay, this is nothing but as this, whatever I have written is this is nothing but as it's a least squares solution. Okay, this is least square solution. This is only when, this is possible only when X is in the null space of the A transpose into A. Okay, this is possible. This is called as least square solution. Okay, this is least square solution. This is possible only when X belongs to null space of A transpose A, and the assumption is X already belongs to the null space of A, right? So on this line it is true. The null space of A is equal to the null space of A transpose A. Okay, remember this. This also forms the property. Okay, thank you.